Hey everybody, Jamie Thurber here, and this is the first video of a new series I'm going to do called Truthbomb Tuesdays. So every Tuesday I'm going to put out a video talking about something real, raw, honest, and just give you some truth. I know that there's a lot of nonsense floating around the internet, and I want to break through that. So every Tuesday, Truth Bombs. I'll actually also be taking suggestions if there's certain things that you'd like me to cover, that you'd like my spin on or my 2 cents on. I'd be more than happy to take suggestions. So you can just comment below on the video and I can put it into the mix and cover it on a Truth Bomb Tuesday. So this week, what I really want to talk about is hustle. So I use the word all the time, so I'm not dissing it by any means, but what I'm trying to get across is that people use the word hustle and say that they're, doing work, when really they're just doing the bare minimum to get by. Waking up in the morning and going to your job and then waiting for 5 o'clock to get done, get off and go home, and then laying in your bed all night every single day is not hustle. That's doing the bare minimum to get by. To each their own. Like, if that's what you choose to do, that's fine, but don't act like you're hustling and making this big, huge life deal, and trying to make a big difference. There's a big difference between doing and talking, and I don't think that people realize that. For example, I hear all the time, well, Jamie, I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time in my day to create this business that I dream of, or to focus on my health, or to focus on learning more, or to focus on expanding my life in general. I don't have enough time. That's an excuse. That's not true. Everybody, you can make time for anything that's important to you. If there's a change that's important to you, or there's an activity or something that's important to you, you'll make time for it. Point blank, end of story. Personal example of mine, up until about a year ago, I worked 4 jobs. When I was 16 years old, I had 2 jobs up until I got out of high school. And then by the time I was 21 and I could work promotions and bartend, I had 4 jobs constantly. I had a full-time day job, and then I would live like a gypsy. I packed a bag every night with whatever outfit I was supposed to wear to my second job, and would change in the bathroom at work after working 8, 9, 10 hours a day at my day job. I would change in the bathroom at work. I would eat in the car on my way to job number 2, and then I would work until whatever time that was. There was even times where I worked 3 jobs in one day and was changing my clothes in the car, so that I could get to the next gig that I had. But I did that because I wanted a different life. Like, I wanted more than my 9 to 5 was giving me. I wanted to be able to not only get the experiences, but get the money, to be quite honest with you. I mean, that's the truth. I wanted the money to be able to do things that I wanted to do. And, I was 20 years old or 21 years old working in a corporate job, not really making very much money. But I was busting my ass. And then, so I took on extra jobs to make up for the money that I didn't have, and to make up for what I needed. Now, granted, I don't regret any of that. I learned so much. I met so many great people. I met people that I still speak to today at my second jobs, that still, I've done business with at my second jobs, not necessarily my corporate job, but, I enjoyed it. Granted, I'd have, days where I'd have to take off from everything, like Saturday, like I'd have to take a Saturday or like a Sunday where I'd just sleep all day because I was literally running legit 18-hour days. Like, not just, I've been awake for 18 hours. No, I've been working for 18 hours. Like, I haven't been at my house. I haven't been eating or whatever for 18 hours. So don't tell me that you don't have enough time. If you really want something, you'll make it work. You'll figure it out. I've watched many of my friends who have children work multiple jobs in order to build the life that they desire, or in order to start the businesses that they want to start, or in order to pay for Disneyland vacations for their children. There's definitely ways to do it if you really, really want it. Some really interesting examples that I've learned are, for example, so Stephen King, the author. He lived in a trailer with his wife. They didn't even have a telephone because they were so broke. When they got married, they had to borrow clothes from their friends. because they couldn't afford to buy nice clothes to wear in their wedding. And they both had multiple jobs. They were both authors, and they wanted, like, there was nothing else in their brain but being a published author. That's what they wanted to do. So they busted their butts, and they didn't let anything stand in their way. And look at him now. You know, his first book was rejected over 60 times before someone actually gave him the time of day to actually talk about publishing it. So there's that. And then, for example, Jeff Bezos, or Bezos, I don't know how to pronounce it, but he is the CEO of Amazon. Amazon, who doesn't use Amazon? When he first started, he was working 15, 16-hour days, 7 days a week. He was up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning packaging books so they got out on time. He made the time. He figured it out because that's what he saw what it could grow to, and he saw what the potential of his particular business was, and he went out and he did the work. I could sit here and tell you stories for days of people, athletes, business owners, actresses, actors, you know, people who have done the work. Even I have friends of mine who have very successful businesses, not large businesses, but businesses that provide them with the lifestyle that they choose. And it's the same theory here, or the same rule of thumb across the board. Saying that you don't have the time is nothing but an excuse. So just stop saying that. Because if it's important to you, you will make the time, you will focus on it, you will hustle in the true sense of the word, and you'll make it happen. What it all comes down to is, how bad do you want it? Ask yourself that. Every time that you bitch that you don't have enough time to do this or do that, you know, I always use the example of working out because I hear people complain about that more than anything. But I mean, I can tell you personally that there's been times where I'm like, man, I am 28 years old and my ass does not look like it used to. Holy crap, I need to do something about this. But for a while there, I talked about it, but I surely wasn't doing anything about it. And then I realized one day, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not going to do something about this, then I need to stop talking. Like, if I want it to look like Paige Hathaway's butt, then I better get up and go do something. How bad do you want it? It all comes down to that. Just a matter of being honest with yourself. And the problem is a lot of people don't do that. They enjoy complaining. But complaining does nothing. For you or for anyone, it's counterproductive. So that is my rant for today on Truthbomb Tuesday, number 1. And I will have a bigger one or better one every single week. So look forward. If you like what you heard today on YouTube here, you can click the thumbs up to like the video. I really appreciate that. And then also subscribe to my channel, because not only will I be putting out videos every Tuesday, I will also be putting out videos at random with different tips and things for productivity and achieving the success that you desire and things like that. So I really appreciate that. And until next time, go out and kick some ass and be honest with yourself. Thanks, guys. Have a good day.